Hello people, welcome to an episode of Iron Fist Mining. It's early in the morning and I caught these little flowers as it came down here. Kind of pretty, man. Like I said, it's early. I'm down at my usual spot. I haven't did this in a while. I've been kind of busy and laid up. My back hurt. But I need a little dig therapy, a little calming effect of the water, digging up some shiny, maybe find some crystals. And since I'm early, I figured there's been a lot of questions about this sluice box I've been using, and it's kind of a confusing setup if you're not used to seeing it, since this is pretty much the only one. A long time ago when I used to come down here, I had a wash plant thing. It was kind of a tub that had a screen over the top. Basically, my setup consists of two sluices. The forward sluice, which is this one, and this is just bed liner paint. I put that in there because it's easier to see the gold. It used to have all those Hungarian rifles. That's what these are for, to hold them down. But I quit using them. When I'm running, what I do is butt that one into this one, which has some 1/4 inch deep hog mat here, and then 1/8 inch deep hog mat here. Again, it's bed liner to help preserve it. And at the end, I took a piece of plastic, and it's got a 45-degree angle right here, and it's about yay tall, and that's to help make sure that if there's gold in there, when it comes to that end, it has like a weir to go over. Then there's this screen, okay, and it's got these little feet that I put in through tubes for adjustability. This is like security screen that goes on your front door, square tubing to make a little deck, and then a finer screen, because where I'm digging, that's all there is fine gold. And then I have this deck. Again, this is plastic, little square feet, and that sits in the bottom, okay? And it's got this little lip on the end that this one sits. If I can get it to sit on it. Ta-da! Now it's level and plain. The water has to flow through the bottom in order for this to work. If you have the back end blocked up, all it does is just make a bucket. Let me point the camera down through the other end. See? There's the other end way down there. The water flows over this, throw the material on the top, and all the big stuff like the rocks, they just roll on down, and the water shuts it off. The disadvantage of using something like this is you'll get a big dam buildup at the end, and if you want to run a lot of material, you're going to have to go down once in a while and scoop that ass end out, but that's it. The advantage of doing it this way is it's an inline sluice wash plant classifier in one. I've seen those ones where you just have like this much space, and the problem I had using those things is you're hoping the gold's gonna fall in at that point and it's not stuck on a rock up here. With this long classifier, 3-foot classifier, every piece of gold that's in it's going, there's no chance it's gonna slip out. In fact, when I pan at the ass end of this thing, there's no gold in it, so it's all going right into that bottom catching sluice, dude. In fact, I'll put a half a yard through this in about an hour, and it classifies down to just one pan. So it's very efficient. Kind of like homeboy's dragging on under the ice up in Bering Sea. Anyway, that's been a long talk about this. Let's go get some freaking gold, huh? Oh, talk about kind of efficient, man. This was all I got out of about half a yard. And I rock the pan back when I'm panning, but you can already see the gold in it. Sometimes I think, man, I'm running way too quick. But that just shows you how efficient this little setup is. Got a bunch floating there and some mercury. That's all that is mercury laced sand, silicates, tiny crystals. But primarily it's mercury. That's what gives it that gray and shiny color. Anyway, I'm going to pan this out and then we'll see what I got in there. Okay, so there's the results of a half a yard of dirt. Got a nice little chunky piece there. Little finger doom size it. I still got some mercury and junk in there, but it's kind of hard to get it all out. Pointer finger, index finger. It's about a 3-finger Goomabob. Probably dig again, just because I'm a sucker for pain and I'm greedy. So I'm gonna suck that out and see what else I can find. Might try digging a different way or something. I don't know, but it looks like I was on some. Might try to slow the sluice down a little. That was kind of fast. Alright, so I dug where I thought the gold was going to be. And boy, did I get schooled. It wasn't there. There was some gold in it, so I got it around something about the size of my thumbnail-ish. It's pretty big. It's not a lot, especially for all that damn digging. So that's probably going to do it, people. I'm going to pack up and get out here, go mow a lawn. It's really smoky. You can kind of see by that haze that's going on. That's all from a big fire. It's called, I can't remember. It's gnarly. It's making its own clouds. You'll probably be able to look it up on YouTube somewhere. Just write in California Fire 2014. It's nuts. Stinky. It's giving me a headache. My eyes are burning. In fact, it's almost noon and the sun's barely peeking through. It's kind of like twilight. And I'm not sparkling. So, I think that's about it. You got to see the sluice box. Hope that makes sense to you. It's pretty cool. You can really throw a lot of material at it and it does a good job. And then that way you don't have to buy a whole bunch of, unless you like buying a bunch of different gear setups, and then you're stuck with a pile of crap you don't want to use. This way you can utilize what you have, and it's a simple modification. Like all that stuff, the shark tooth, the Mako I made, those are for different kind of conditions. The one setup I'm using is perfect for this placer super fine flour gold. That junk. It's really hard to catch. So, from me to you, here and back again. Thanks for tuning in and watching Iron Fist Mining. Peace out, babies. Call me Carl.